Welcome to another episode of Junior's World of Soul. I am back with a new video, but before y'all do anything, I want y'all to subscribe, share this video. You know what I'm saying? Check me out on Instagram, on Twitter, Junior's World of Soul, Music Soul Nick, all that good stuff. I'll put everything in the more info box. But listen, I'm here representing R&B the right way, the authentic way. Now, as y'all can see, I came in with Nicole Buzz's Rain. Like, listen, this song is like flames. Like, oh my God, from her new album, Kairos. And listen, I have talked about this song on Current R&B Bangers. Now, if y'all see from the title, Current R&B Bangers is all for me, all about really showing that R&B is alive and well. Y'all know with mainstream right now, they just trying to show you that R&B is dying and all that kind of stuff, because they felt like they made a lot of money from this genre. So they like, oh, okay, we just give y'all the impression that it's dying, and a lot of people will go on social media, oh, it's dying and it's nowhere, but believe me, it's here. So for me as an R&B lover, I created this show just to really show mainstream, to prove mainstream wrong that R&B is alive and well. And what I normally do is give y'all from 3 to 6 joints every week, you know what I'm saying, just to show y'all it's out here, you know what I'm saying, and we got the internet right now, so y'all go out and y'all really can search for it, because it's here, you know what I'm saying. And we have websites, like, again, that I try to tell y'all to go to. You know, I got sold, this is R&B, Singers Room, Rated R&B, all real R&B websites that really represent R&B in the right way, like I do for myself. But listen, I done gave y'all a nice little intro, you know what I'm saying? So let's get this started. I got four bangers for y'all this week. So let's get this started, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just go on back with Nicole Buzz. Since I came in with Rain, I said, why not, you know what I'm saying, start it off with her. But let's talk about her. Listen, I love her sound. You know what I'm saying? She's real street, real hip-hop sound. It kind of reminds you of what Mary did back in 1992 when she came out with What's the 411. She kind of changed the game. And you know, right now, everybody is kind of on this trap soul type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? If it's soulful, but that's neither here nor there. And everybody kind of sound the same. So when Nicole Buzz came out, and she came out with You, it was so refreshing. It felt fresh, even though it was very nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Mary did it back in 92. It kind of gave you that flavor, but it was a new sound that was definitely needed, you know what I'm saying? So but if you don't know Nicole Buzz, she's a girl from the Netherlands, and you know what I'm saying, she kind of had, you know, the industry on, and really took notice back when she came out with You, basically about, was it, let's see how long ago, maybe about a year ago, she came out with You, and she had kind of like everybody buzzing. And I remember when I first heard it, I was like, yes, this sounds refreshing, this is great, you know what I mean? So after she came out with that, she got a deal with Roc Nation. Now she's down with the Roc Nation family and all that good stuff. And she was giving us single after single after single. And she came with You, which was #1 for like 5 weeks. And then she came with Mr. Big Shot. And then finally she gave us her album that she brought up about 2 weeks ago. It's called Kairos. And it's a dope album. The last video I talked about her song Unchanging Hands, or Unchanging, however you want to call it. But I think that song is dope, you know what I'm saying? But Rain is kind of like what everybody is going with right now. But it's crazy because when her album came out, she asked everybody, what's your favorite songs? And for me, I can't choose. I have so many of them. You know what I'm saying? Rain could be one. SOS is another one. With You sounds so New Yorkish. Mr. Big Shot, where I talked about on Current R&B Bangers. Unchanging Hands I talked about on Current R&B Bangers. But it seems like nobody is going for the last song on the album, which I think is great. You know what I'm saying? It seems like everybody overlooks it. I'm talking about Look Up to the Sky. Listen, this song is dope, 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 dope. It is a sample that was unreleased, a song that was unreleased by Isaac Hayes, and his son put it out maybe in 2014, and he went on this website and kind of put out all these songs that Isaac Hayes did. And for one thing, Isaac Hayes, his samples are used, like so many people use his samples. Him, James Brown really are the most sampled, you know, soul artists. You know what I'm saying? But this song, Look Up to the Sky, is such a great song. People really, really kind of overlooked it. So when I finally had the time to choose what my favorite one was, and I think I would have to say Look Up to the Sky. The sample is so soulful, it's so dope, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna talk about this joint on Current R&B Bangers. So here's the first joint, Look Up to the Sky, and this is from Nicole Bus, and here we go. It goes a little something like this. Here we go. Get the victory of pain, singing la 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 la. Look up to the sky, la 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 la. Look up to the sky, song in your heart, woo. Look up to the sky, la 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 la. Look up to the sky. I love that. It's like, that's how you close the album. It's so soulful, but it's still street. It still has that sound that we really like from Nicole Bus. If you listen to you listen to Mr. Big Shot, you know what I'm saying? Like Unchanging Hands, she has that hip hop swag to her, but it's really R&B, and I really, really enjoy her album. I recommend y'all go check out her album. Again, it's called Kairos, and it's really, really a sound that's fresh. It's nostalgic. I really feel like the hip hop heads, real hip hop heads, will really, really enjoy the album. And I think she did a thing on her album. I really want this girl to shine. So again, y'all go check out her album. Again, it's called Kairos, and that is from Nicole Bus. But the first joint of Current R&B Bangers is coming from her, and that is Look Up to the Sky. Hold on. Look up to the sky, la 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 la. Look up to the sky. I can dig that joint all the way through. But yeah, please check out that girl album. It's really, really dope. Alrighty, so let's go into the next joint. Here we go. Can't keep overlooking all your cries. Can't keep. Woo! Hey, that is coming from the boy. I am talking about the DC native. I'm talking about Gallant, now, who is clearly influenced by R&B and rock. If y'all can hear this song Crimes, it definitely has that rock edge to it, but it's still soulful. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't really know about Gallant, like I said, he's from DC. He has that R&B, really rock kind of influence in his music. You know what I'm saying? He came out with a couple of EPs, and he finally released his debut, Ology, and that came out in 2016, and it had the hit Weight in Gold. And I've been a fan of him, which is so crazy. Every time I talk about Gallant, it's really crazy to me, because I've been a fan of him since actually his mixtape. But I really didn't talk about him on Current R&B Bangers except one time, and that was with this song Crime. And it's crazy to me, because I am definitely a fan of him. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good now. Like my brother Sensei, better late than never. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? He just released his new album entitled Sweet Jesus. Sweet. Dang, what is the album called? Give me a second, y'all. Insomnia. Sweet Insomnia. And it makes sense. With his type of sound, it will make sense. You know what I'm saying? The vibe, yeah, it's really smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's smooth. But again, it may have that rock edge, but it's still smooth. let me see, my songs on the album, because first he released the EP before the album came out, and Crimes was on there, Sleep on It was on there, and Sharpest Edges was on there. But now he released the full album, which is Sweet Insomnia, and my songs are Swedish, not Swedish, sweet. Ooh, Lord. Sharpest Edges, Crimes, Hurt, Hits, Sleep on It, and Celine. Celine sounds so different. This is the last song on the album, and I think it's just so dope. But the joint that I kept playing over and over again was Panasonic. Like, I kept playing that, and you don't even hear the word Panasonic in the song, but I just kept playing it over and over again. And then his falsetto, Gallant's falsetto is also nothing to play with, you know what I mean? But this song I kept playing over and over again. I was like, yo, I really like this song. This song is really, really dope. So I was like, yo, this song could be a joint that I talk about on current R&B bangers. So this song again, it is track number 9. Yes, it was track 9, and it's entitled Panasonic, and I think it's dope. So here we go. It goes a little something like this. Here we go. Give y'all a nice little sample on it. Here we go. Hey! Don't you wanna live like that? Yeah, yeah. Bring it back, You see what I'm saying? Like, if you know Gallant's style and his sound, this song makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is a hit. You know what I'm saying? The hook is very catchy. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just a dope song. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I kept playing it over and over again. And it's just like a nice little groove. Like, but like again, it still has that rock undertone under it. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's dope. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see him live. One of my homeboys, Fresh, that I met, who's a Nick fan on Twitter, he's going to his show. Actually November the 1st, he's going to check him out. So what I've been seeing his live performances, like, he is dope. You know what I'm saying? So for real, I recommend y'all go check out his new album, Sweet Insomnia. You know what I'm saying? And check him out. If you got a chance to go to his tour, I definitely recommend it. What I've been seeing on YouTube, the dude is dope. Like I said, his falsetto is nothing to play with. But check his album out, Sweet Insomnia. Tell me what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? But Panasonic, I think, is a dope record, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. And that's the second joint on current R&B bangers. Alrighty, alright. We just keeping this going. I like this, y'all. Because I ain't trying to keep y'all here too long. You know what I'm saying? So, oh. Hey. Hey. Hey, I'm sorry. I was about to go to the original for a second. I ain't gonna do my boy Jordan things like that. You know what I'm saying? But, the Philly native, the boy is coming from Philly. You know what I'm saying? I talked about him a couple of times on current R&B bangers because I'm a fan of him. Because also I talked about him, and I have to shout Jordan Banks out because he actually retweeted a video of me dancing to this song, Can't Keep Running, and he was like, yo, respect. So definitely have to shout Jordan Banks out. But Jordan has worked with so many people, y'all. He worked with Keisha Cole, K. Michelle, John Legend, Vivian Green, and Layla Hathaway. Like, this boy has definitely paid his dues, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, one of my favorite Keisha Cole albums is the Woman to Woman album, and he worked on that album like crazy. The K. Michelle joint, Maybe I Should Call, is a favorite of mine from her, and he did that. And come on, he worked with Vivian Green and Layla Hathaway. Like, this dude has really, really paid his dues, you know what I'm saying? But, and finally in 2015, he got a hit of his own, Keep You in Mind, which was #1 for a couple of weeks, you know what I'm saying? But then he finally came out with his debut project, which was Unpopular, and my choice was Feeling Away. Like, Feeling Away, yo, that touches the soul. I love that record. Enough Pain, that's my joint. Come to Me, and Mirror. Mirror is like influence, type of gospel influence, you can definitely tell. But yo, that album is dope, and definitely recommend y'all go checking that out. But you know, I was hyped to see where Guordan was coming from, where he was gonna go with this album, because Keep Running came out in the beginning of 2019, but I didn't catch on until like June. So when I caught on, I was like, oh, okay, what he coming with? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm ready for this album. Well, he finally just released his album last Friday, and he calls it Blood on Vinyl. Now that threw me for a loop for a second, because I was like, Blood on Vinyl? Blood on Vinyl? Who want an album like that? But I said, hey, he must got something for it. I need to do some research on why he called it that. You know what I'm saying? I need to, you know, I'm normally on my stuff when it comes to researching, you know, people. But I just was like, whatever. You know, I'm like, whatever. I just want to go into the project. And all I have to say is I really enjoyed it, because he caters to this generation, but he also remains authentic to what we enjoy about Guordan Banks, and that's what I really enjoyed about the album. The songs on it, he starts it off with I Just Do. The background vocals that he did on that was dope. Can't Keep Running, of course, you know what I'm saying? You of course gonna know this sample, so it's very familiar. He gonna represent Philly. He got a joint, Philly joint. Drowning gives me kind of like the flavors of a song that was on Unpopular. Candy Girl, 80s type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? The joint Miracle was a joint that I like, and Never End. It kind of gave me an inspirational type of joint, you know what I'm saying? That's what I got from it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's not where he was going with it, but that's what I got from it. But the song that I felt like, yo, this is a hit, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I want artists like this to win. And yes, at the end of the day, we want them to get that mainstream attention. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want them to lose themselves artistically. And this song that Guordan did, he does it. It's still an R&B record. It's still dope. You know what I'm saying? But I think it will definitely be good for more mainstream attention for him. You know what I'm saying? Even though we don't have to cater to mainstream, but we still want more people to know our music and things like that, and I think this song could definitely do it. The joint is entitled Certain You're the One, and I was playing this joint over and over, and I was like, yo, this sounds like a hit, you know what I'm saying? So here's the third joint of Current R&B Bangers. This is coming from Guordan Banks, and here is Certain You're the One. So here we go. Just vibe out to it.
Certain you're the one for me. Certain you're the one for me. Certain you're the one. Certain you're the one. Certain you're the one for me. Certain you're the one for me.
Hey,
Certain you're the one for me.
Bring it
Certain you're the one.
Come on,
Certain you're the one. Certain you're the one for me.
See that joint? It's like, it's very catchy. You know what I'm saying? He says it so many times in the hook. How can you not like it? Kind of reminds me of My Lovin' by En Vogue. They kept saying it, so you cannot not forget the hook, you know what I'm saying? So I think the song is dope, you know what I mean? It's definitely a catchy hook. It's still a nice little groove, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what, I feel like maybe WBLS can play it, but then I also feel like Z100 can play it. I know I live in Baltimore, but I'm still in New York at heart, so I remember them stations, but I feel like he can definitely get that vibe. But I definitely recommend you guys go check out Guordan Banks' new album entitled Blood on the Vinyl, and let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the album. I think it's dope, and that's why I'm talking about it. So that joint, track 9, Certain You're the One for Me by Guordan Banks. All right, keeping this moving. Alrighty. Oh yes, y'all, my hand getting cold, but I can't seem to let down this drink though.
So can we be
Hey. Woo. All right. Well, this is the Florida native. And I gotta put down this joint, you know what I'm saying? Because I love hearing that kind of a success story. His name is R.LUM.R, and I talked about him a couple of times on Current R&B Bangers, but he is a Florida native, and his story is kind of sad, but it's inspiring. And he never really felt musically supported from his family. He said that he asked his parents for a guitar, and they kind of like laughed at him because they didn't believe it. You know what I mean? And then he was in a school where he really didn't fit. You know what I'm saying? He felt like he was too black for the whites and then too white for the blacks. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of an awkward space to be in, because he wanted to listen to rock music. He wanted to listen to people like Linkin Park and all this. And of course, that's not what the blacks wanted to listen to. But then when he got with the white crowd, they looking at him like, really? This is what you would like? So it kind of sucks that he really didn't fit in the way he wanted to. You know what I mean? But after that, he went to college and he got really influenced by John Mayer, and you could definitely tell in his music, for real, that he's influenced by John Mayer. But fast forwarding into everything, he moved to Nashville. He moved to Nashville because, like he said, he could have moved to Atlanta, he could have moved to New York, but he felt like what the music that he wanted to do, a black guy in Nashville creating his own lane, he can be as artistic and free as he wanted to be. Because when you go to Atlanta, they're going to put you in a box. And then you go to New York, they're going to put you into a box. So he went to Nashville and kind of created his own lane. And he was able to do his own artistry. You know what I mean? And in 2017, he released Frustrated and Close Enough. And that's when I was introduced to his music, the song Frustrated. I remember him performing that on what's his name, Jimmy Fallon, and I was just like, yo, I like this song, you know what I mean? And then I looked him up, and then I talked about Close Enough on Current R&B Bangers, and then after that, he was releasing singles after singles, and then I talked about a couple of songs. I talked about I'm Alright with Brass Tracks. I talked about that record, and R.LUM.R actually retweeted me grooving to that joint, and he was like, yo, he's grooving to it, he gets it. So, I get it, you know what I mean? But then I talked about Boys Should Never Cry, and I talked about Cole. Now, when you listen to Boys Should Never Cry and Cole, you can see the vulnerability in his music, and that's kind of when you listen to John Mayer. If you ever listen to John Mayer, you can definitely feel the vulnerability in his music, and you definitely feel that in R.LUM.R's music, the vulnerability, like it's okay to be emotional and let your emotions show when you listen to these songs, for real. So if you listen to, again, Boys Should Never Cry and Cole, tell me what you think in the comment section. You can tell the vulnerability of the record, like it's that dope. You know what I mean? Because I'm an emotional listener and I'm an emotional person anyway, so I connect to a song emotionally, and the production wise and the words is very emotional, so I definitely recommend it. But he got another one that he's vulnerable in, and this song is entitled Lonely, and I loved it. When I first heard it and I was like, listen to it, I was like, oh yes, I will be talking about this on the show. It's vulnerable, I like it. That's what music is supposed to do, in my opinion. You're supposed to connect to it emotionally, and this song, the background, everything about it, the music, everything about it, is such a vulnerable song. So this song is entitled Lonely, and just listen to the vulnerability of the record. It's just so vulnerable, and I had to talk about it, so here we go.
Even if we let us down, I won't be hard to find. You won't be lonely.
Woo!
You won't be lonely.
Woo!
Another day to be lost.
Yes. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like just from the hook, you know what I'm saying? Like, you listening to the vulnerability of, I guess, I don't know if that's a piano or harp, whatever. Like, you just feel everything about the song. And that's why I was like, I could see the lane that R.LUM.R is really taking, because I feel like we don't have a lot of that now, that guys are being vulnerable in their music. It's like you gotta be hard to be accepted, and that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Jodeci was wearing, you know what I'm saying, they was, their image was you know, hardcore, but they were singing songs like Forever My Lady and Stay and all these type of records, and we don't even have that no more. Everybody want to be hard. Everybody want to be like, no, we need some vulnerability in our song, and I feel like R.LUM.R is creating that lane for himself, and I really recommend you guys check his music out. He doesn't have an album out yet. He's putting out singles, you know what I'm saying, because we are in a single base generation right now, so I would recommend y'all go check him out. But he's so dope. But I think Lonely is a great song, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. So that is the fourth joint of current R&B bangers that is coming from R.LUM.R, and that is Lonely. Well, y'all, we're done, y'all. We're done. That is the 4 bangers that I gave y'all this week. It's coming from Nicole Bus, and that's Look Up to the Sky. Gallant with Panasonic. Jordan Banks with Certainly You're the One, and R.LUM.R with Lonely. I just gave y'all 4 joints that none of these songs sound the same. Yeah, got a nice little, you know, mid-tempo groove to it, but yo, we need that. We getting into the winter right now. We in the fall, you know what I'm saying? We need, it couldn't be a nice little groove, but still, you know what I'm saying? You're able to kind of like, you know, just groove to it, and it just goes to show y'all we got male R&B artists out there that's doing it. We got the females out there that's doing it. Please don't let mainstream fool y'all saying that R&B is dead, and it's not. But I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all know what I like to do. Y'all know I like to end the current R&B bangers with a classic. Now, I came up with this one because me and my brother Sin was talking about this group, because a lot of people don't talk about them, and I'm talking about Instant Funk, and they were down with Soul Soul Records, if y'all know about them, kind of doing the funk disco era, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, yo, bro, kind of mentioned this song mention this group, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna end it with, you know, their hit, you know what I'm saying? So you should know this song. If you don't know it, do some music research. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? Because the things you be seeing on Twitter, Lord have mercy, but y'all just do your music research, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can learn about these artists, you know what I'm saying? Because they and a lot of them are still torn and all that good stuff. So really, for real. But we gonna get out of here because I can go all day long. But here we go, and here's Instant Funk with Got My Mind Made Up. So here we go, and hopefully I will see y'all next week. And here we go. Got my mind made up. Come on, you get it, girl. Anytime. Tonight is fine. Come on, I got my mind made up. Come on, you can get it, girl. Anytime. Hey, tonight is fine. Bring it back. Got my mind made up. Come on, you can get it, girl. We gonna do it one more time, like this, cause it's all made up. Come on, you can get it, girl. Hey, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.